Strolling along Cát Linh Street in Đống Đa district, Hanoi, one cannot help but be intrigued by a unique pillar of the sky standing tall in front of the five-star Pullman Hanoi Hotel. This structure is considered a historical relic in Hanoi. Before the hotel was built, the site was home to the 8-tire brick factory. This brick and tire factory was equipped with a variety of molding machines and during its heyday, employed over 600 workers. The factory ceased operations in the 1940s. Until the 1980s, the chimney on Cát Linh Street was still considered one of the tallest structures in the city. In the early 1990s, the brick factory was demolished to make way for the hotel construction. In the hotel's architectural plans, there was an initial intention to demolish the chimney. However, the historic chimney was eventually preserved, standing as a landmark marking Vietnam's entry into the industrialization and modernization era at the beginning of the 20th century. Nowadays, the century-old chimney appears small and modest compared to the imposing buildings and the splendor of Hanoi. However, this relic has played a significant role in making the Pullman Hanoi Hotel well known, especially among those who love Hanoi and want to preserve the city's old beauty. A place that encapsulates both cultural and historical elements within the same space.
Welcome to Station Vietnam on VTC10 and I'm your host Thu Giang. The station that we would like to show you today is Pullman Hanoi Hotel, a destination where history and modernity intertwine, a highlight in the journey of any guest coming to Vietnam. My pleasure to welcome to the show Mr. Bodo Klinkenberg, General Manager of Pullman Hanoi Hotel. Thank you so much for joining our program today, Mr. Bodo Klinkenberg.
Thank you very much for inviting me onto your show, and hello VTC.
The juxtaposition of an ancient chimney against the backdrop of a luxurious five-star hotel has become a captivating focal point of any tourists, any visitors coming to the hotel. So how can Pullman Hanoi strike a balance between preserving the historical significance and catering to the modern guests?
The Pullman brand was actually chosen quite wisely by our owners for this property because the Pullman brand was conceived in 1867 by George Pullman, and he revolutionized train journeys. So he combined train journeys with pioneering hospitality, and Pullman trains became very, very famous for their ultra-luxury experience. And that was revolutionary in its time. And so this theme actually translated very well to the Pullman Hanoi concept, because the property was constructed on the site of an old brick factory. And when the hotel was constructed, the original plan was to destroy the entire site, including the chimney. But luckily our owners decided to keep the chimney as a link to the history and to honor tradition, and the chimney then became a landmark really on the Hanoi cityscape. And actually for us as the management team, it's been very useful because we constantly draw inspiration from the chimney. So for example, our restaurant is called La Cheminée, and recently we launched an afternoon tea concept, and the centerpiece of the afternoon tea is a very pretty pastry chimney. And so it is a very useful, and of course it is very famous. I think every Hanoian knows this chimney, every taxi driver is familiar with it, so it is a very famous landmark in the city now.
Yeah, that's right. So besides the chimney, what does the Pullman Hanoi Hotel have to attract the visitors?
Pullman is a brand, an Accor hotel brand, and Accor hotels have many brands from ultra luxury to economy, and it is one of the largest hotel companies in the world. And that is actually a great strength because we have a great understanding of the country, of the market, and the needs of our clients. So I would say that is definitely something that sets us apart a little bit. And this sort of global presence also helps us very much to promote and sell the hotel in our key markets, because we have representation around the world. So that is a great strength to make sure that Pullman is sort of on the forefront of hotels in the city and the international markets. And then, of course, there's our location, because we are in a fabulous location. We have Hanoi's key attractions in a stone throw away. The Temple of Literature is only 10 minutes walk away from here. We have the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, we have the one-pillar pagoda, we have Cát Linh station just opposite the hotel, so great communications. And soon we will have Vietnam's first metro system when it opens up, so which is very convenient for our business travelers if they need to move around the city.
Capitalizing on its unique location at the crossroads of history and modernity, Pullman Hanoi places a strong emphasis on personalizing the guest experience by offering local immersion programs, particularly in the culinary avenue. With the Mid-Autumn Festival approaching, the hotel is also stepping up its efforts to promote this traditional festival to domestic and international visitors, such as organizing mooncake making classes or creating a video series that tells the story of the Vietnamese family reunion culture. Pullman Hanoi is more than just a place to stay. It is an embodiment of hospitality amidst the bustling city. It is a place to savor life, even amidst the busiest schedules. With 242 rooms and suites, Le Chamonix Restaurant and Min Bar, along with the fitness, spa, swimming pool, and other amenities, this 5-star hotel is the ideal place for all travelers to achieve a balance between relaxation and socializing.
Hanoi offers a vibrant food scene. So how does Pullman Hanoi integrate the local flavors into its dining options?
Well, you know, Vietnamese food, I would say, is one of Vietnam's most successful cultural exports. You know, Vietnamese food is so popular now around the world. You know, you go to Europe, you have banh mi shops on high streets, you know, and there's great awareness of Vietnamese food and internationally. And that in itself serves as a great magnet to bring visitors to the country, because people come here in a large part because they want to experience the authentic food experience and eat Vietnamese food. So for us as a hotel, it is very important to create these experiences of authentic Vietnamese food. And so staples like Vietnamese staples like pho and banh mi and all these sort of things, they are a must on the menu. But we also try to work a lot with lesser known dishes and seasonal specialties, you know, seasonal ingredients, local ingredients, of course, and also regional dishes, you know. So that is something that we try to focus on very much to bring these this aspect of Vietnamese culture closer to our guests.
The hospitality industry is constantly evolving. So what trends do you see shaping the future of the luxury travel? And how can Pullman Hanoi Hotel adapt to its trend?
A topic that is very high on our agenda is sustainability. Accor as a group is very committed to operating hotels in a sustainable fashion, because we believe that globally consumers are very aware now of the importance of sustainability. A couple of years ago, Accor decided for all hotels to go single-use plastic free, which was very difficult because, you know, by their nature, hotels are addicted to plastic, you know, cling film, rubbish bags, and I mean, it's like a lot of plastic. The water bottles, of course, number one. So when we were given this directive that we had to get rid of all single-use plastic, it was very hard, you know, but with sort of creativity and determination, we found solutions. And by now, Accor as a group is completely single-use plastic free, and that's something we're very proud of. And for example, we only use glass bottles now. The bottles, they can be recycled. They are recycled, So we return them to the supplier. They get cleaned and sterilized and then refilled. And so yes, so these are things which are very important and will be more important with time. Climate change and all that. I think consumers will be looking for things like this and buying decisions based on these aspects.
As the GM, what is your most favorite aspect of leading the Pullman Hanoi Hotel? And are there any hidden gems of the hotel that you want to introduce to the visitors?
I would say the most important part is working with a very dedicated and talented team. I'm very lucky that we have some great people here in our team who all pursue the same goal, in particular the goal of creating great experiences for our guests. So that is always a great pleasure and definitely something that makes you feel good at the end of the working day when you achieve this goal. Of course, being able to have some creativity is also great fun, so hotels are very competitive, so we always have to think of new ideas, new concepts to surprise and delight our guests. So especially in the culinary field, so for example, we've just launched a pasta night. So our chefs they're making homemade pastas and many different options, and our guests can combine them with a great variety of sauces, and they can try many different combinations. And so we're hoping that ideas like this we've just launched it, but we're hoping these things will be successful and popular. And when it works, of course, you get a great kick out of it, and it's a great satisfaction.
Okay, so once again, thank you so much, Mr. Bodo Klingenberg, for your wonderful insights today. And we wish Pullman Hanoi Hotel will continue to achieve greater success, attract even more visitors, and become the leading hotel in Hanoi.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So that's the end of Station Vietnam today. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
My journey in Vietnam has been a very happy and exciting one, which actually started in 2012. So I had my first assignment here at Hotel de l'Opéra, which is part of the Accor M Gallery portfolio. I was at Hotel de l'Opéra for 4 years. My next opportunity was at Grand Mercure, just up the road on Cát Linh. We opened Grand Mercure in 2022. And now I've been at Pullman, my third property in Hanoi, since December 2023. And I love it here. I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to work and live here. The country is beautiful. The food is delicious. People are very kind and hospitable. And for me personally, what I love is I have a bicycle. I love cycling. And I love exploring. I love getting lost in Hanoi on my bicycle and discovering places I haven't seen before, and also exploring the countryside. I've seen more of Vietnam than I have of my home country, Germany, because I've gone to many places, and it's a very exciting and beautiful country, and I really value being here. I've cycled a lot in places like Mai Chau and Ba Vi, and I've taken my bicycle also, to the center around Da Nang, and it's a great place for cycling.